Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know that it has been quite a few months since I did a video, but I'm gonna start making more consecutive and consistent videos. So this is a video about what products I've loved for 0 to 6 months and for mommy for like 0 to 6 months. My daughter is 7 months old, so it's been like a long time, but here we are. So I made a little list and there's just a few things, but these are like my ride or die things. So the first thing is this product right here. It's called, let me see, a baby shusher. And it basically has 2 little knobs. There's like a half a triangle and a full triangle. Half a triangle is 15 minutes, the full triangle is 30 minutes. And it is a sound machine. So I turn it on and you can like make it louder or softer, whatever. So it basically sounds like somebody going shh, shh. It sounds just like someone doing that. And if you have children already, then you can know, you can like start to get lightheaded from the amount of times that you're going shh, shh. And the cool thing about this is it's just battery powered and it's tiny, so you can take it anywhere. I just take it everywhere with us basically, because my daughter will sleep pretty well if there's noise. So this is in her room, it's in the car seat, it's anywhere we go, I take this and it's awesome. And I think it was like $30-ish. And this thing's just awesome. So it's Baby Shusher, the sleep miracle. I mean, it's pretty miraculous. Okay, this is Parker, my 5-year-old. So he's gonna help me make this video. I told him he had to be really quiet because brother and sister are both asleep. So we'll see. Okay, and then the other thing that I love is this product right here. It's called Oogie Bear. Basically, it's just this little wand type thing. But it is, one side is like, I mean, you can use either side, but it's like either a booger getter or an ear wax getter. Because you know how, I mean, this is what I do. Especially if I'm nursing and I see all that stuff in their ear, I'm just like getting it out. Now with my first son, when I saw the amount of earwax, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a beast baby. There's so much wax in there. And I asked the doctor and he was like, no, that's pretty normal. So I just like would get it with my finger or like they say use a washcloth. I'm like, how am I supposed to stick a washcloth in that teeny tiny little ear? So this is only like this little tiny bit that goes in, so you can't get past and hurt their eardrum or anything. It basically, you just can get what's right there, but you know, your fingernail, I don't ever want to like scratch, so it's kind of rounded and a little bit like there's a buffer. It's like kind of silicone-y. And then one is for their nose, because you know those boogers get up in there and you try to get them, and so this just works so well. So as I'm trying to do this, my battery is dead. Forgive me. So one of the other things that I love is the Nose Frida, which I'm sure you've heard about, but it is awesome. The concept of sucking snot out of your baby's nose is disgusting, but desperate times call for desperate measures. So if sucking the snot out of your baby is what it takes for them to breathe, mama's gotta do it. So, and it doesn't get anywhere near your mouth. There's like a giant long hose. It's so far away. And if you think about it, like how much snot's gonna come out, it's like this teeny tiny little bit. It's like nothing, but it helps them breathe. So why not do it? Oh, zipper sleepers. So like pajama onesies with a zipper. Okay, in the middle of the night, I don't wanna be fumbling with how many little buttons and snaps and stuff. No, thank you. Zipper sleepers all the way. Get as many as you can. It doesn't even matter what they look like. It's pajamas. So who cares if you don't like it? One thing I don't like, this is a personal preference, is those micro fleece pajamas, because my kids naturally sweat a lot in their sleep, and those micro fleece, I don't know if they just don't breathe, but my kids end up a sweaty hot mess in those. So I don't like them. Okay, another thing that I think is just like a yes is Aquaphor, which I'm trying to see if I have any like laying around. It's all over my house. I've got tubes of it everywhere for changing diapers. But that has worked so much better than all the other diaper rash creams, is that Aquaphor. I mean, my kids' rashes will be gone in like one diaper change if I put that on them. It's a huge improvement from some of the other pastes I've used, like butt paste. I just got that because that's what everybody got. And then I realized like, actually, it's not doing the very good job. You need, okay, I say this, I love having a video monitor. I did not have that with my first. And with my second, I was thinking, you know, well, I need a second one so that I can keep eye on the first with the second, you know what I mean? Like make sure everything's cool and calm. Nobody's sitting on top of each other, standing on the baby, stuff like that. So I got a video monitor and it is awesome because then I don't have to like run in there every time I hear like a little pipsqueak. I can just know they're just kind of talking in their sleep or they're kind of fussing, but they're gonna calm down eventually. It just saves a lot of like running back and forth to the nursery. Or if they're sleeping for a really long time and you're like, are you still breathing? You can kind of watch their little bellies or their little backs. Okay, the Ergo baby or a wrap, like a Moby wrap or whatever. There's a million wraps out. So if you have one baby, like if it's your first, it's kind of like, that's just a nice luxury. It's not as like a huge big of a deal. Now maybe if you have like a dog too or something, you go on walks or go to the park with a dog, it's nice to have both hands. But if you have more than one child, I don't know how I would live without the wrap for when they're babies and the Ergo baby now that she's like 6 months. That is what I live in. Oh my gosh, she's in that all the time. Even just to like be out on our property, I put her in that and go around with the boys. It's awesome. It frees up both hands and like frees up both hands. You still have like a million other things you're carrying around. Let's be real, we're all pack mules, right? I mean, I'm just carrying around all my kids' stuff all the time. And then all my stuff too, like no hate, it's a lot of stuff. Okay, and then this is the last thing for babies. And this is kind of for moms, dads, whoever, but is having like a baby medicine little container already on hand. So you don't wanna wait till your kid is like, has the fever to be like, oh no, I have to go to CVS or Walgreens or wherever, you know. Just have it on hand before, so buy like infant, you know, ibuprofen, infant Tylenol, the nose saline, there's like, I forget which one it is, which I should have mentioned that because it's like one of my favorites, but it's nothing in it but just the saline. And you just put like little drops in and then you can suck out their snot. It loosens everything up, it's really good. But have all that on hand beforehand so that if they get sick, it's not like, oh, now we have to run to the store and spend, I mean, who knows how long it could take. It take up to an hour to get there, find what you need, because that's always a challenge, and then get it and get back. It's better just be like, oh my gosh, fever, give medicine, 15 minutes later, all better, sweet. You know, or teething or just whatever it is. I just feel like have it on hand, have it ready. And if grandparents are gonna be watching, like go ahead and pack it in the diaper bag or just have them get it at their house if they're gonna be there a lot. Just an idea. Okay, so here's some things for mommy. If you are nursing and you are having any thoughts of like maybe you're not producing enough, here's the deal. I thought that like breastfeeding was just this really natural thing, and I mean, your baby needs to eat, you have the milk, you feed them, no big deal. I didn't realize that people have production issues, if you want to call it, milk production issues. With my first, I couldn't hardly keep up with the kid. So I just felt like I never had enough, and actually the doctor was like, I think we're gonna have to start supplementing formula for him because he was just not gaining quite enough weight. He's just a naturally thin kid, but he needed more. Oh my gosh, and the first time I gave him a bottle, I felt so bad. He was like, gulp, 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 like he had never eaten in his life. I was like, I'm sorry, baby. So I just wanna put out there though, I did I took like 12 capsules of fenugreek a day. I started smelling, it makes you smell like maple syrup. I wanted breakfast food all the time because I smelled, like my skin smelled like maple syrup. I mean, I don't know, maybe my husband liked it. I always smelled like pancakes, or maple bacon. It's weird. But so I tried things and like the blessed thistle and, you know, mother's milk tea, all this stuff. I tried all of that. But here is what I found with my second baby. It's called Mrs. Patel's chocolate fenugreek bars. So she makes these bars and it's got fenugreek and blessed thistle and a bunch of stuff in it. Mrs. Milk, okay, I'm gonna link it below, but it is Mrs. Patel's. And she's got tea, and she's got these little bars that are amazing. One, they taste actually really good. Like, I got excited every day when I got to eat my little bar. It's only like this big, and it's got chocolate on it. Some of them have peanut butter, or I don't know, maybe she's got other ones now. But they have worked so well. I've told everybody I know, every nursing mother, I've told them about it because I think it's a miracle. I mean, it actually helps your milk production like immediately. I think you get maybe like 7 or 12, maybe 12. I bet 12 in a box. And she like overnights it to you or whatever, like direct ships it to you. So you put it right in your refrigerator when you get it. And you just have one a day. And within a couple of days, you can notice the difference in your milk production. Like, you have more milk. It's crazy. I've done the little like booby bites where you make like the little granola bar type ball thing with the brewer's yeast. And like maybe that helped, but these I noticed like a significant difference. Now you do have to pay for it. Like I don't remember how exactly much it comes out for each bar, but I mean, you are paying for her to make it and ship it to you. So you have to consider the cost. If it's in your budget to do it, then I'm like, yes. Otherwise, I mean, it's gotta be less than formula. Dear Lord, formula costs so much. So anyway, so for nursing mamas, look up Mrs. Patel's chocolate bars because they are good and they work. So this is for just like yourself, like just yourself. This is for just mom. You have a name, whatever your name is. My name is Bridgette. So sometimes I have to think about Bridgette, and I didn't do real well at this in the beginning. I felt really so guilty having any time to myself and just like being Bridgette and not being mom and or wife. Like, I just needed some Bridgette time. And so I just want to encourage you to take some time. If all you can take is a bath by yourself, like, do that and like watch Netflix on your phone or watch a YouTube on your phone or read a book. Just kind of like zone out and just be yourself, you know? Like, just, it's okay to be yourself after you're a mom. You can be mom and yourself. I had a hard time like compartmentalizing, and not even compartment, because I'm always mom. Like, that's always in the back of my mind. Even when I go places or do things, I'm always thinking like, what are the kids doing? Are they okay? Have they eaten? Are they sleeping? Is it nap time? You know, it is what it is. But I can at least now go and feel like, okay, I'm good. And also having play dates. So again, I wasn't good at this with my first, and I was still working part-time, so maybe that's why. Actually, I was working almost full-time, but anyway. I am much better about making play dates now because really, mamas, we got to stick together. You need people around you that can encourage you, and you know, like if you're having a hard day, be like, yeah, that sucks. Enough said. There you go. Somebody can relate to the suckiness of all the mess that might be around you. Like, I'm literally looking at the mess around me thinking, ugh. You know, it's just nice to have somebody to be like, hey, you know what? But tomorrow it's gonna be a lot better. I don't know. I think that having some girlfriends around you to lift you up is key in surviving mommydom. Because, I don't know, I feel like we all need some encouraging. So, and also, this is one of the things I said, healthy perspective. So you may or may not keep going at the speed you are going currently. Okay, my phone kept dying. What do you know? I mean, my battery kept dying. Okay, so if you are pregnant with your first, you will probably be able to keep going at the speed you're going, just slightly slower, you know what I mean? Because you've only got one kid. Like, I kept working, we still took him camping, we went to the lake, we did all the things that we normally do. We just had a baby along with us. And I just popped up on my hip and kept going. It was like, no big deal. And then we had 2, and it was like the biggest transition for me. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those first couple months were really hard because I just was expecting it to be kind of like I've already had a baby, and that was a really easy transition, and a lot of people have a hard time with their first transition. No, mine was my second. That was like wake up call. And then with my third, now I'm kind of like, you know, I was kind of overwhelmed with 2, and I'm just kind of still overwhelmed with 3. So it's just kind of normal. It hasn't been as hard of a transition with 3, so I don't know. But I just think to give yourself some grace that you're not gonna be able to do as much. You're not gonna be able to do as much spontaneously or as fast as you used to. You can't just like jump in the car, like practically going to the grocery store with 2 or 3, or if you have more children, like rock stars status, because I don't know how you get anything done. I barely get anything done. So other YouTubers out there that are doing this with multiple kids, like way to go, good on ya, because it's no joke, it's hard. So just give yourself some grace. Have a healthy perspective that, hey, things might be a little different and that's okay. Like I was kind of like, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep doing it. Well, then you're dragging your kids everywhere. So, you know, balance, people, balance. Yeah, ooh, speaking of being healthy, like healthy perspective, healthy body after, I found the best app. I've actually been using it for years, but I tell everybody about it, so I'm telling you about it. It is called SWORKIT, and that's right, SWORKIT. If you can see, this is the thing for it. It's called, my little folder is called I'm a Girl, and it's got like all my trackers and stuff in it, but it's that little kind of like stopwatch with an S on it. And basically it just has like different workouts that you can do. And this is kind of what it looks like, the app does. So it has strength and cardio, yoga, stretching, and then there's like a free one and then a paid. I've actually never done the paid, but I'm considering it because I use it all the time. Basically, you can click on like cardio, and then it has different workouts that you can do. So I usually do the boot camp inspired one, and then you can do either 5 minutes to 60 minutes. And it has a little person telling you what to do. They're like, you know, for the next 30 seconds, do this. And it shows you, it's a little video of somebody, you know, doing whatever it is. But sometimes I don't have 30 minutes or 45 minutes for sure, not 45. So sometimes I'm like, hey, I could do this in 15 minutes, do it. So I like bust butt for 15 minutes and then I'm done. So, I mean, I am not a trainer. I am definitely not in Beachbody, like fitness shape right now. I'm really close to my pre-baby weight. I'm just like 5 pounds off and my measurements are pretty close. Like that's what I really need to work on. I really gotta be toning up. So anyway, SWORKIT, it's an app, check it out. It's awesome. I'm assuming they have it for Android. I have an Apple, so I'm assuming it's probably for Android too. So I hope this video was encouraging and gave you some good ideas, or maybe just confirmed, you know, oh, I should get that. And I just want to also say that there are always new products coming out. I mean, daily, new things that you could be buying, but you don't need everything that's on the market. Let me just tell you that. Like, honestly, your baby just needs you, pretty much. So, I mean, you and food and diapers. But there's always new gadgets and new things. So don't be pressured to get the newest and the best and the greatest and whatever. I mean, you can totally, I've reused a lot of stuff with all 3 kids and it's worked just fine. So yeah, so I hope this was an encouraging video and that you learned something or got something out of it. And leave your comments below. I love hearing from you guys. It makes me so excited and so happy. So I'd love to connect with you. I'll see you next time.